I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. By my age, I am an elder statesman, and by educational qualification, I am an elite in Nigeria. From where I come, I'm an honorable man from the Niger Delta. One way or the other, we have contributed to the wealth of Nigeria. That a lot of parasites who have whose communities have not produced anything to the wealth of Nigeria are enjoying and gallivanting all over the place. And by any status, I have a right to air my opinions about my country. I grew up with a slogan: to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done. I went to a federal government college. I schooled with people from all parts of Nigeria. I went to a government college with people from all parts of Nigeria. I did national youth service in the eastern part of the country. And I have come to believe in Nigeria because I owe a lot to to my wonderful country. But I was amused, and sickened by the interview granted by Buba Galadima on one of our TV stations, that himself and a group of northern elites gathered somewhere in the north to bring Buhari into power to checkmate the Odua People's Congress that was having a field day in Yoruba land, that they were afraid that Odua's People's Congress would take over Ilorin from the Fulanis. What are you saying, sir? I used to respect you a lot, but I'm disappointed in the statements that you made. And I know you to be a very truthful person, so you are saying the truth. For you northern elites who killed Igbos, massacred them, and practiced genocide, starved them, to say that you brought Buhari into power because of a parochial fear of Ilorin not to be taken over by Odua's People's Congress. It's a very shameful and disgusting statement. Odua's People's People Conference, OPC, was not a military organization. They did not have an army. They were not trying to secede. They were just trying to enforce security and do some things to promote Yoruba interests. How did that translate to bringing Buhari into power? How did that translate into checkmating Obasanjo? And then the consequences of Buhari's reign for 8 years and the effect in the north. Can you now therefore say that you are responsible for the problems in the north? Would it be logical to say that you, the northern elite, don't reason well before you act? Just like Lalong and Najatu Mohammed started vomiting trash on national television over the unfortunate death of how many people in Uromi? and you have not uttered anything concerning the massacre in Benue State and in Plateau State, can it be logically concluded that the same way you brought in Muhammadu Buhari because of fear of Ilorin being taken over by Yorubas, that you also brought in Fulani terrorists and bandits from the whole of Africa into Nigeria just to remove Goodluck Jonathan? Because from the way you are speaking, I remember El Rufai in particular when he said that they brought in some of these fellows into Nigeria. Can it be logically concluded that you, the northern elites, particularly the Fulani elites, that you are not patriots, that you are tribal bigots, and that you have only the Fulani interest at heart, and that you can be charged for treason from the way you people are talking, and that if the Igbos say they don't want to stay in Nigeria, that they have a logical reason to insist that they should have their own republic, because you have proven that you are not nationalists. Could it be logically concluded that you hate Yoruba people and that people like Igbo who wanted the Yoruba nation could be more reasonable than you? I'm always amazed at the way the northern elites reason. They don't think long term, they only think short term, most times. And so you brought in Fulani bandits and they are ravaging the north, they are destroying everything. And anytime an issue is raised up, either restructuring, resource control, or whatever, you just say, we will go to war. Do you really believe in one Nigeria? Or you are an irrational bunch of old men? Somebody like Gumi will just come out and make outrageous statements. There was one time somebody came out and made an outrageous statement that Goodluck Jonathan was practicing ethnic cleansing because he was dealing with Boko Haram. Are you people really serious about this nation called Nigeria? Or you are more interested in your personal interests, your Fulanization policy? Do you really believe in the North? If you believe in the North, Buba Galadima, what have you said concerning the massacres in Plateau State, the massacres in Benue State? Are you really Nigerians? Are you patriots? If every elder should talk the way you people talk, do you think this country can stay for 6 months? It's shameful. It's a shameful thing that you brought Buhari because of Ilorin. Let me ask you a simple question. How many businesses in Ilorin are controlled by you, by the Fulanis? You control the throne. Fine. How many of the petrol you drive there, you might have some petrol stations owned by Fulanis, but you import the fuel. How many industries do you have there that are owned by Fulanis? It is not to be an emir of Fulani of this and occupy federal offices. We are still a backward nation. And the northern part of Nigeria has the worst indices of development. But you are saying Fulani, Fulani, Arewa, Arewa. You are hypocritical and deceptive. Very hypocritical and deceptive. And dangerous to your own people. Look at the poor. Buhari had to run from Daura to go and live in Kaduna before he died because of insecurity. Your traditional rulers were kidnapped in Daura, major generals kidnapped. When would you northern elite see the need for the development of Nigeria as a priority instead of your clannish tribal bigotry, and personal aggrandizement. All your criticism of Tinubu and the rest people, could it be because you are not benefiting from the government? After all, your daughter was working for one of them. I'm disappointed in people like you who are older than I am. I'm 66, you are older than I am, but you are the problems of this country. You are the problems of this country, and you have benefited so much from this country. I want to speak to the northern youths. You must remove your brains. You must go a little bit higher from these your deceptive, wicked leaders that use the name of Islam and use the name of Arewa to personally benefit themselves and then impoverish you. There's so much poverty in the north, so much disease, so much underdevelopment. Look at Daura. Daura is still a dusty, dirty town, dusty, dirty, insecure town. You brought in Buhari because of Yoruba people in Ilorin. How much does Ilorin contribute to the Nigerian economy? In every aspect, politics, sports, entertainment, educational. How much does Ilorin contribute that made you to bring Buhari to set us back 80 years? I'm ashamed, sir. I'm disappointed. Elders should not behave the way you people behave in the north, gathered together. And I want to talk about the naivety of southern leaders. In as much as these are northern brethren, some of them behave in a way that I lack the proper words to describe. You people should be more articulate instead of fighting each other. You should be more articulate, should be more responsible towards each other and our region. And I want to speak to people like me who still believe in the unity of this nation, that you must raise your voices against people like them, Buba Galadima, who come on national television and talk trash and pose as if they are reasonable people and national leaders. Buba Galadima, I'm disappointed in you that you had only the interest of Fulani leadership in Ilorin that made you to bring Buhari. Did you ever think of other development indices that are lacking in the north? Power supply, good health care, out of children's school, insecurity, unemployment. And did you ever think of a competent leader that you will have put up to contest against Obasanjo or Goodluck Jonathan so that the whole of Nigeria can develop? That your interview is disgusting. It is irritating. And I am offended that in the 21st century, you are still thinking like this. And sometimes, I'll restrain myself from not saying what I want to say. But I remain Dr. Charles Apoki, and I love this country. I love the unity of this country because Nigeria has done a lot for me. But people like you are a problem that God bless you.